I think Avengers Doomsday has more leaks coming out than any other Marvel movie that I've seen in years. I said this before, I'll say it again. I honestly believe all of this is being done on purpose. I think Marvel is rolling out all of these leaks because they want to keep Avengers Doomsday in the press because they want a years long build up to the movie. Like if I'm Marvel and I'm thinking, okay, how do I guarantee we have a box office smash hit and people keep coming to see this movie? Well, give them a year long buildup of rumors and leaks and speculations. So everybody comes to the theater because they want to see what's going on. Let's get into this article from comicbookmovie.com. Avengers Doomsday leaked story details reveal plans for Steve Rogers' Thor, Doctor Doom, and more. And this article is written by Josh Wilding. Avengers Doomsday continues to generate endless speculation and rumors, and the hope is that the trailer, rumored to be released during the Super Bowl, will finally offer a better idea of what to expect, from Doctor Doom's long-awaited MCU debut. Super Bowl's a perfect place to do that. I definitely understand why they're doing it this way. A lot of people watching. Let's see. As of now, it sounds like we can expect Victor Von Doom to initially present himself as an ally to Earth's mightiest heroes before his true plan, reshaping what remains of the multiverse into a reality he can control, is revealed. Battleworld. I mean, we kind of all knew that this is the direction they were going in. And as I've stated before, Doom is infamous. Look, he's always out for his best interest. And sometimes he really thinks he is the good guy. He thinks that his plan, I mean, internally, like, yo, I'm trying to save people. I'm trying to do it. But there's always that underlying, yeah, I just want to control everything. So this is just what you get when you're dealing with Doctor Doom. He is a menacing character. Let's see. While we're sure Marvel Studios and the Russo Brothers have some huge surprises planned, no MCU movie has been completely immune from leaks. And we now have another from Insider, My Time to Shine. Hello. And I think this is what I think. I don't think these leakers are in on it, but I do think Marvel is purposely having things leaked to these people. But again, if this is what they're doing, I will commend Marvel for this. They recognize they have a problem. They recognize they've lost fan capital, and it seems like they're doing some things to try to gain some of that back. Even if they're trying to trick the system, look, it is what it is. I want this movie to be good. I'm sure everyone who loves Marvel wants this movie to be good. Shedding some supposed light on on how Avengers Doomsday begins, they write, Victor asked the Fantastic Four for help with the incursions. They traveled together with Steve Rogers to the MCU in their ship to warn everyone, then joined forces to head to the X-Men universe, the source of the next incursion that will destroy their Earths. They have a plan to fix everything. And I think this coincides with a leak I'd heard about maybe a month ago or so, where they said Doctor Doom and Steve Rogers are on the ship when on the end credit scene for, oh man, I can't even think of the name of that movie now. Thunderbolts. Man, I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of that movie. Okay. The scooper adds that the movie will see Steve Rogers and Thor teaming up to seek out Loki, presumably meaning they'll need to find him at the TVA as part of their likely doomed, pun intended, plan to save the multiverse. And we know Loki actually, if you watch the last season of Loki actually sacrificed himself to keep everything together. So what's really going on? Well, I think there's been, several leaks where, of course, Doom is going to trick them into think, yeah, I'm trying to save everything, um, unseat Loki pretty much from where he's at, and then execute his plan. What I can't wait for is to see that Doom double cross. I'm all for that. I'm all for that 100%. On a side note, we have heard that Avengers Doomsday will feature the sight of Earths crashing into each other, very much like we saw in Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers runs. And I like the fact that they're going with some of Jonathan Hickman's stories. He's one of the best storytellers at Marvel. And as I've covered in my video the other day, Joshua Williamson is shaping up to me to be another one. Marvel better roll out the Brinks truck, give that dude all the money he needs if he continues with what I saw in Iron Man #1. We continue to use the baseball cards Anthony Russo said last year of his and Joe's approach to figuring out which characters and actors to use in their Avengers movies. Joe added, now they have magnets on them, so we can put them on board and put them on a board and look at them. It's the only way to keep track of the amount of characters that we're working with. And that's good that they have something that they can kind of keep track of what they have going on so they don't go off the rails and do something and contradict themselves in a movie. Fans, they're not going to look past that at all. Anthony then chimed in to say, as far as how do we look at who's in the movies, it's just a long creative process of exploring where we want to take the story and what is the most surprising and exciting area for us to push into and which characters help us in that effort. These are comic book guys. These are guys that like comic books, grew up on comic books, and want to see the same exciting things that we want to see, which is why I think this really has the potential to be something really, really good. So then it goes over all of the people that are in the movie. I'm not gonna read that again, read through all of that. But like I said, all of these leaks, I would not be surprised if this is all on purpose. They're leaking these things so that they can build up that excitement. We keep hearing things about the movie and it stays in your mind. I mean, think about it. I think since the Avengers Doomsday announcement, I've heard something about this movie at least at a bare minimum once a week since that day. We're approaching the end of January and we're still hearing new things about Avengers Doomsday. I do not think this is a coincidence.